Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we did a little overlanding to get in here and we've seen some big bear tracks in the mud. So what we're going to do today, we're going to just clear up this area and we're doing some overlanding, some ATV, and we've got a diesel heater that we're going to heat our tent with tonight. Now tonight's only supposed to go like 7 Celsius, so that's not terrible at all, but it's just a test run to see what's what. So anyways guys, if you got nothing to do for a while, just stay tuned and I'll show you how I've got it loaded on the bike, and I'll show you when I unload it, what I've got going on. It's a bunch of homemade stuff, but it worked out pretty well. Thank you. Well guys, I'll show you what we got going on here today. We got the old wheeler loaded up for a little ATV adventure. Overlanding style. Got our tripod in here. Just some camera gear. And we've got things strapped on. This is a new addition I've made right here, because this is a new heating system that we're going to use tonight. The overlanders use it in their Jeep, the diesel heater. Well, we're going to try to use it in our little hut tent. And this is the maiden voyage, so we're going to see what happens. And for the record, good old conifer tonight, guys. So the bike handled a little bit funny because I do have the heater full of fuel, and I'll show you later on what I got going on there. I brought about 3 liters of extra fuel, which I know I'm not going to need. This just is not heavy. This is just my one tigress cot in here, and my wool blankets, stuff like that. Food is in there, so we'll hang the food later. This is the spot right here. We're going to camp actually where the wheeler is, and this is a spot right here that I camped with before with Tyler, and I lost the footage. So I'm just going to go to work here and clean the ground, and I'm going to set us up a little camp here. It's supposed to be like 20 today, guys, so temperature's not really going to be an issue. And like I said, this here for a homemade turned out pretty well. It was an old bracket off a sand spreader, so the bend was just right, and that old grating I had, and because the heater's not what you call heavy. And just for the record, those cheap it's one of those all-in-one Chinese heaters, guys. So it is, I do have, for the record, pretty much every part you can buy for one of those little stoves in the, I'll show you what I got going on later when I unpack it. So I'll get the tent set up, and then I'll show you how I've got that packed. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, I'm just going to show you what I got rigged up here. This is just 2 Glad industrial garbage bags that didn't work out too good because one of the straps got caught. So anyways, I just used 2 ratchet straps, and just because I wanted to take the weight, I didn't want it to overhang. Next time I'm going to hang it to these. But anyways, I run it inside of my seat, so I didn't do any damage to my seat. So I run it right inside the seam of the seat. And these are shortened, by the way, these ratchet straps. See how much that held it in? And anyways, all I did is, let me show you quick. These is just to hold the bag in place. Get mud. Anyways, why I use these is to keep the mud off, because my wife, she gave me this old suitcase, guys. And I wish it would have been blue, but anyways, so you can see that I brought 2 of these from home. I put one in each corner so I could reuse them. But I just put them underneath like this, so I'm just going to leave them. Now guys, I'm just going to see what the camera can see here. Okay, so I'll show you what is in here. I have a spare glow plug, the heater, the wrench for the glow plug. I have a new remote, a new module. This stuff is not expensive, it's just you got to wait for it. And my wife helped me out, and I had these made, which is just codes. So it doesn't matter these if they get wet or not. And this is just basically a rebuild kit just in case. So this worked out pretty good. Zippers are held together with this because it works out right good. So I'll show you what I got. And that's what it is. This is the heater. This is the part that comes in the tent. This is just spare. This is just cords and adapters and things like that that I may need. And the muffler is right here. That slides on this piece because stays outside the tent. And these I have wrapped, one in this one and one here. And these are 1500 mil. That's 1.3 or 1.5 liters. So I use this just to cover the unit outside. So I just wanted to show you this quick. And also what I do, because the vent for the diesel fuel, for the heater, it needs to breathe. So I get a piece of plastic that I know is good with chemical, and I just put it inside the cover, and then when I'm going to use it I unscrew it and put it there. So anyways, yeah, this whole thing with the fuel, all the fuel, because the heater holds I believe a gallon, and so say another 3 liters, so that's 3/4 of a gallon. I'll be generous, maybe 35, maybe, but I doubt it. 34 maybe. So anyway guys, I'll get back to you guys in a bit later on once I get this set up, and we'll see how she goes. But that's the basic kit of it. And actually, I think what I'm going to do, guys, because I do have a this suitcase she gave me actually has wheels. And this was the setup. I had these clamps off of a gun rack that I didn't use. They have you don't need wrenches. You just have these big wing nuts that you spin. So that's cool. And I'll tighten it just because we made the trip. So yeah, and this was just a rack that I had. So I'll put them there, just like that. Nice. And that worked out right good, guys. And this is just a piece of wood I put in behind with a U-clamp here that just holds everything kind of, you know, so this doesn't go against the bike. It holds it in place here. So anyways, yeah, that worked out pretty good for us. So I'm going to put these here so I don't lose them. There, just like that. So we'll check in with you guys in a bit later. Thanks. Okay guys, this is just a little addition here. This is basically what we had on the wheeler. And I had that little backpack on my back. And like I said, the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to move the wheeler. And we're going to clean this area out right here, because this is where we're going to set up our friend, Mr. Conifer. And then later on, we'll go out for a coffee out to the field right out there. Look at that sunshine. Anyways, guys, I lost the footage on the last one, but I'm taking some time on this one, and it's good because I needed a little bit more time to try to do some more tests, you know, for the heater. And like I said, inside the front box, you guys already know I have some the little one Tigris footprints and things, so I'm going to use them inside the Conifer for like a floor tonight. So anyways, I'll bring you back step by step. I'll bring you guys back in a bit, but I just wanted to show you. I took this little cover, I use that for a cover, that green tarp. And I guess I never showed you this. I threw this little 4-power on there, because it is a 17, so it can shoot further than what those plastic sights were saying. Anyways, so I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Thanks a lot, guys. Sunshine and about 20 degrees. Good times. Alright guys, a little table I bought from the dollar store. It was $4 or $5. The legs, they collapsed, but I thought, you know what, look at this little rack right here. So when I tell you that the back box of the wheeler is literally like a cupboard, I mean it. Believe it or not, that's a jug of water I had from my last camp. So, what we're going to do is going to sit down, have a little cup of coffee, and then we're going to go to work. I like the Conifer tent a lot. It's canvas, maybe that's why, old school. So yeah, this little rack, or whatever you want to call it, comes in pretty friggin' handy, guys. Makes a nice little bush table, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but right here is those, you don't need wrenches to take it off, so I don't leave it on because you can see how much it extends, and it's just something for a test run, and we'll see how it goes. It could be integrated right into more than one camp if this works. Well, I think it's going to work. Now tonight, like I said, guys, it's just an easy run. 6 or 7 Celsius tonight, so I just wanted to show you the little setup here. Have a little coffee, and yeah, beautiful day, beautiful day. We are almost there. Oh, you brought up in a barn, Badger, close the cupboard doors. No, but it's a nice day, and I was kind of hoping that the temperature would get down to about 0 or so. You can see I didn't have it ramped very high for the camera, but yeah, I was hoping it would get down around 0, you know, just to try this out, but we probably won't start it till about 9 tonight if we can get it. See if we need it. I'm thinking though, it's cloudy in here, so we're going to get us some nice coffee here. So I will bring you guys back in a bit after the conifer is set up. Okay guys, basically this is going to be the setup tonight. We've got our spare canisters of fuel, put that there, and I makeshift the windscreen just so we could still use our little table. And I got this door open, which it won't be open later, but the heater's going to go in over there. I know it's probably hard to see, but and I'm just charging some camera batteries. So yeah, we're going to just and I know this looks bad here guys, but it is doubled. Just the other pipe runs inside of that one, just to be safe. So anyways, if there's any issues, I'm going to keep an eye on it. And I'll give you a little rundown from this side. The table and the cot. And just some of my gear. So I didn't videotape it, but, or videotape it. I didn't video it, but I did have a bowl of soup. And that's what I'm doing here. Just burning because later I may have us a nice little campfire. I'm going to take a walk out to the field later too. So yeah, I just want to give you a little rundown of the situation. A little water. And yeah, wheelers used for all kinds of things. And this is just our little bank line and the Badger belt module. I finally put some batteries in it guys, so now we'll be able to tell outside temperature and inside temperature. And our little wood cutting equipment. This is just a little backpack I wore. How can I get it out here? We're just gonna try to put the base on the old ring right here. There we go. Once again, thanks, Carrie. It's getting pretty beat up, but it's still working. So we're going to set that there for later. We'll place that. But I just wanted to show you guys the little setup here for now. I put the dry bag in a dry bag. I'm going to hang it later. I use these clips for everything, it seems like. So yeah, I'm just going to gather up a lot of these little sticks right here for fire. Get rid of them anyway. So yeah. And I like that little window in the end there. That's nice. So, the temperature seems to be just about right to keep the flies away, guys. And I didn't plug in the heater because why even use the display? There's no point. But I think I am gonna zip up this tent instead of letting the flies in. So anyway, guys, I'll touch back with you guys in a bit. Thank you. Well, guys, it's about 3:30, and I rigged us up a little kitchen light here. I'm about ready to take a little walk out to the field. It's so quiet in here. Got the chest mount on. I figure we'll go out a little later to the field. Well, pretty soon actually. I was going to make another coffee. And I was going to go out to the field. I got everything what I wanted here for the night. Yeah. I think I'm going to use this door over here. And this is where the water must have used to run years ago, guys. I'm going to go along and clean all of this up. Burn that tonight. That was a nice little fire. I even had a piece of APC carrier Canadian Forces net for the heater in the heater bag, but I'm not going to put it on. Just, it's not mattering. We're not stealth camping. We're in an awful stealthy area though. Feels down through there, guys. So we'll touch back in a bit. Okay, guys. Just take our little camping chair. Our spot is right over there. So, let me show you. Walk through the forest. It's a quite a little ways. Let's go this way. Jesus. Swear a bulldozer's coming through, huh? Whoa, almost took a flip. Put our lawn chair down. And this is what we step out to. Now, we used to camp out here some. If you walk down right here, this rock bridge is really the easiest way to access the camp spot, because it's go right down in here and follow the gully, and that's about the easiest trail. But the rocks are rough. Yeah. Yeah. So it's quite a view, guys. And like I said, over here, we did a few camp videos. I didn't tape it earlier. I had to bowl of soup because my stomach was growling. It was right here, because there's the poles. For my center pole. So anyways, guys, I'll check back with you guys in a bit. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Tried to have some of the wood pre-stacked. A little bit of white birch. Jeez. And a tiny, tiny little bit of this cordage that's extremely, even when it's wet, it'll burn. So I know it's early, it's 5:30, but we got such a cozy tent set up tonight that I don't know how long we'll be out here. We might just go right into the tent, because with this tent we've got enough room to actually have the little chair in there and everything, see? You don't just need to rely on the cot. So we're just going to try to keep this fire going if we can. Not that we need it or anything. It's supposed to get like 4 tonight. Maybe a little colder, which isn't terrible, but it'll be a test for the heater. And I suspect we're just going to run it on low tonight, guys. The lowest setting once it gets going. Yeah, so we're just going to let that go slow. Gather up my gloves. I did go through enough gloves, guys. Because, well, I spilled a bucket of, well, not a bucket, a pot of water on the leather ones. So they'll need to dry out by the diesel heater, which is cool because the diesel heater is a nice dry heat, like wood heat. And I'm anxious to try it in the conifer tonight. See how it goes. Nice slow burn. These are wet too because they were. I gotta wear them more, wear gloves more when I'm in the bush. But it's been a nice day. I've been steady. I set up a nice camp though. Bumble, I took my time. Tell evening's coming. You can hear the cars way at the bottom of the field. Because you guys already saw how far you got to go to get to the field. So I'm figuring on maybe 8, 9 o'clock before I fire up the furnace. I'd like to, if I could. But we'll see. I don't suspect I'm going to be out here long because, like I said, I've got a real cozy camp. So anyway, guys, So far so good. We are ready to rock. We've got everything ready. Taking the saws tonight, and that's about it. Not calling for any rain or anything like that tonight, 1%, so I don't think we'll have any issues there. So anyway, we shall get back to you guys in a bit. Oh, she's ramping now, guys. Top of the morning to you guys. I hope you can see me okay. I got the ring light on best I can. 7:30, and it's 9 outside. And my carbon monoxide detector is good, and the batteries were all charged. I had a little ATOM 440 Rebel that I kept the batteries charged, and I think this morning with the camera batteries and the carbon monoxide detector, that's the only thing. I bought that off Amazon, guys, and this friggin' thing, it's USB recharge, but even if you heat your tent, or even if it's summertime, the little bugger, it won't do the night. So I lit the furnace on the lowest setting at about 9 o'clock last night, and around 7:15, the Blue Eddy was showing, the bottom one was showing 20% charge. And the only thing is with that one is you don't know how low you are. So the ATOM just ran the batteries and things like that last night, so it's still 87%. And I like the little ATOM. It's a smaller power pack, but it recalculates itself, and it actually right here tells you it'll run 23 hours because it's pulling 16 watts on the lowest setting. Those heaters, the only thing that really what I notice is they'll ramp up to like 120, 130 to start to glow the plug, and then the power goes straight down. The Blue Eddy has a fan in it, and so does the ATOM. And the ATOM, when we're making this little clip, you may hear it. It's got a fan on it internally too, but it starts because it's a little smaller unit. But anyways, point of the story is this morning I just unhooked this bigger guy, which still has 20%. So if I was staying another day, I could use this one for the batteries, or bring a solar panel. It's supposed to be a sunny day. But she was a one-night camp, and I'll admit, guys, around 9 o'clock, I get in the tent, and I was friggin' tired. So I laid down, and I didn't start the heater at first. I let the fire out outside, and there's the little fan. But I mean, some people then again couldn't sleep with that ticking outside. That ticking, that's the pulse pump. But see, me, when I sleep at home, I like to have rain sound or brook sounds or something playing off the Google. But yeah, I went to bed, and it's just on that verge where, oh, I'm sleeping. I covered up. I brought the little one tigress. I mucked this up years ago, guys. See this emblem right here? Well, I went to bed and I had a bunch of fly dope on my head and in my hair or neck or something, and fly dope. So be very careful. This has been a really good little sleeping bag. I've been using it now probably 2 years. So yeah, I went to bed and the friggin' deer, I could hear the deer walking outside, which is fine. But I have a habit, when I hear them, I'll, hey, like that. And it took off, and it was blowing as it took off, and as it goes up over the hill in the hardwood there. And you could hear that echo, and I thought, oh shit, I'm going to relive another night like I did on the top of Geno Mountain. Years ago, I was up there with my Rottweiler, my old girl Doobie. I've lost her now. If you watch the channel, you'll hear me once in a while talk about her, but never much. I'm sorry, I'm just mucking with this stuff. Tripod. But yeah, Doobie, she used to camp with me all the time. I don't know if that's really high enough, guys. Oh, I don't like talking about that old dog. Whenever I talk about her, guys. If you ever want to see my good friend, Doobie, I never mentioned this before, guys, but I put a few videos on a long time ago, and I didn't take it seriously. It was just a couple camps I went on. If you look up on YouTube, Bushcraft Mike NB, there's not many videos on there, and they're from back in 2016. I just put them on with a camera, and if you want to go on that channel, Bushcraft Mike NB, and there's really nothing bushcrafty about it because I didn't really know all the terminology and things for YouTube, so that's what I named it. And there's only 4 or 5 videos, but there's some nice videos of me in the little Eland skidoos, those tiny little skidoos I have. And my brother Mo was on there, and there's a few videos of Doobie with me. So you guys will see, if you check out on that channel, how me and Doobie, we did one camp. It was I had this four-door full-size Ford, not an Escape because it was full-size. I don't know, guys. I want to say Expedition. It was one of those big ones. Anyway, I had some big tires on it, and me and Doobie, we went and did some overlanding, and it's a short little video, but we had the back of it made up, was all leather interior, 7-passenger. Opened the back door, and I had my bed made, like just nothing built, just an air mat, and Doobie's bed. She was always next to me. So if you want to go check out that channel, that's not really a channel, so I'm not asking anybody to subscribe to that one, because like the Badger's taking the Pine Badger channel, you know, seriously, and they're, you know, more seriously. But you get to see Doobie, guys. You hear me talk about her. you'll see. But yeah, I get so sidetracked. I went to bed, and that bugger, he ran up over the hill, and it sounded like a good deer too, guys. Like it was a pretty good sound. See, what happens is, I got the, that's why I like these tents, the conifer, because you got the double. So I open the flap here once in a while. Whoa, that doesn't look too straight, guys. So he went up over the hill, or she, it. But see what they do, they'll start out and they tap their hoofs. Man, I've never camped like this though. Imagine. As long as you can power it. And with these power units, it's not too bad, because see, when they're inside, well, they're not really, they don't really get cold, right? You heat the place. But anyways, this heater, look, it comes with a little remote control. So, like, this is no distance at all for it, but basically I started it from my bed, and I always start and stop the heater. I think it has 6 stages to it, and I always, when I'm ready to shut it off, I'll turn it up to number 3 or 4, and I'll let it run for a few seconds, and then or a few minutes, and then I'll turn it off just to get rid of the excess fuel. You can see I'm still using these freaking things inside too. On the overland camp, somebody asked me about these, where I got them or what the name of them was, and it was just like I said on YouTube, jeez guys, they're just these are the big ones, guys. There's 2 sizes. These were the big ones, the heavy duty ones, and they just work good for everything. They're very handy around camp. So yeah, the deer, he took off, went up over the hill. Well, and you know, a deer is a deer. No, look at a caterpillar. Look at that, guys. He was liking the heat in the old badger den. Can you see that? We'll let him enjoy it for a while. I left one roof vent open, and I closed one. Power bank. I did not use the light. I did not use the light in this, but I plugged it into the fan, because the fan run all night on low, just to circulate the air. And really, guys, really, last night the tent stayed about, it stayed about, I think 25, 26 all night. So yeah, the little ATOM is reading still 85%. And because I do have my heater rigged up with the 12 volt, like a cigarette lighter I call it, either one of these power units, and the Blue Eddy is bigger than the other one, and they just won't ignite it off the 12 volt. So I bought this unit, and what it is, I know I'm not getting the best efficiency. In case if any of you guys are electrical guys, I'm not, but I'm the guy to make it work. So I bought it's weird because I got a 110 that converts it back to a 12 volt cigarette lighter adapter, but it adapts it out 30 amp instead of 10. So I have to plug it in the power boxes on the 110 side to convert it back to 12 volts. So I know I'm losing a little efficiency there, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. So yeah, it's daylight out there, guys. And it's 21 in here. It says it's 10 outside. And like I said, I'm gonna give you a little rundown here. One nice thing about that unit is, look, there's where it comes in, and my stuff is dry. See, I put an outer pipe on the original pipe, so that keeps it so it's got like an outer shell kind of thing on it. So we're just pucking around slow here and enjoy camp and get up around, take you guys for a walk in a bit later, guys. That was my buddy Tyler. He's headed back up the hill. He came to visit me this morning. He was up here early. I was sitting in the, well, right when I last talked to you guys, shortly after that. So, in case you haven't seen, we're all packed up. Bike's all loaded up. And I did leave my water jug because now it's half full, so Tyler and I left that there on a camp, our first camp, the one I lost the footage on. So hopefully this will make up for it. And once again, the old monster's loaded up here, and it looks much worse than it is, guys. I got the shock set on the 4th stage instead of 5, but it's definitely not heavy at all. It just looks bad. It looks like it's squatting a lot from the back, which it's a straight axle, so it really can't, but it's because this is lower than this, and that's what, because this weighs about, with the fuel, probably 34, maybe 35 max. That's with the parts, spare fuel. Run it all last night, and like I said, I switched the power pack to the ATOM. And I'm not 100% sure if the Blue Eddy was fully charged, so I'll know on that next time, because basically I may have left there's certain parts like the 110 and the 12 volt and the USB. Each one is designated with a on-off switch, so you're running the converters for each one. And I may have left the converter on for the 12 volt by mistake, which does draw power. But anyways, point of my story is it didn't go quite 12 hours because I shut it down when it went to 20% because I wasn't sure how much lower I could go. And I just plugged on the little ATOM and it was still 97%. And when I shut it down this morning, I run it for probably 4 hours, and 4 hours on high. The 5th stage out of 6, I think it was 71% or something like that when I shut it down. So anyway, guys, this was a really good camp, and it was push button heat, which was awesome. Awesome for me. I'm going to use that setup as much as I can. I do realize those lithium batteries, you can only go a certain temperature, but I'm going to try insulated, like say a lunch can with some hot hand warmers in the colder weather, because the tent is heated. like I said, it went as low, I think, as 7 or 8 Celsius, and inside the tent was averaging between 24 to 26. It pretty much stayed 26, and I left one of the roof vents open. And at one point, the actual end window was open a bit too. I just did it on purpose because, well, I could. And the temperature seemed to remain the same. It was a nice dry heat. Canvas tent, it did what I thought. It would contain the heat, but a little bit colder temperatures, I'll know more. Started at around 9, a little after 9, probably 9:30. And I switched out the battery pack at 7:15, I guess. And that was on the lowest setting all night. So, but as soon as I did turn on the Blue Eddy, it was at 80%. So, see what I mean? I run the interface off the heater all day. So I'm just babbling. I'm sorry. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'm glad you guys stayed to the end. And thank you for coming along on another camp with me. And if you haven't subscribed to the little channel, you know what I mean, guys? It's free. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We're getting a few subscribers along the way. It makes the channel bigger. It lets more people see our stuff and see the foolishness I'm up to. This was a really nice overland camp. I enjoyed it. 5,000 watt Vendor heater. No issues. Ran like a charm. So anyway, guys, until next time, keep on camping with the Badger. Thank you, guys.